The smiling faces of the Baul musicians and the melodious music were fresh in my memory as I left Santiniketan and headed towards the Bay of Bengal. Before I knew it, I had reached the Sundarbans, the largest tidal mangrove forest in the world. I heard of the Kundu couple who were famous in the area for their tiger habitat conservation efforts. Our final half story would revolve around this too in the UNESCO World Heritage Site.
I'm Joydeep Kundu.
I'm Suchandra Kundu.
We are into saving tigers and letting people know about how to save tigers.
And we are also trying to do something on man-animal conflict in Sundarbans.
Conservation depends on winning over the fringe population. It is the people who live around the Sundarban Tiger Reserve. These people are the real stakeholders of this area and we need to keep them on board.
Joydeep and Suchandra have dedicated their life to preserving the fragile ecosystem of Sundarbans, home to the Royal Bengal tiger. Armed with a boat and DVD player, they have spread awareness about the depleting mangroves and the threat it poses to the tiger by showing conservation film to kids from neighboring villages. The destruction of a tiger's natural habitat has forced them to enter village in search of food, leading to increased attack on cattle as well as humans. The man-animal conflict come to the force even when poor villagers with no other livelihood go into the forest to collect forest produce like honey.
We are trying to create awareness among the adults also. We are trying to train them with some vocational expertise so that they can become self-sufficient and ultimately they will stop going to the forest. The dependence on the forest, we are trying to mitigate that as well. This is again a big problem in Sundarbans. We need to travel on the land within the island, or you need a bicycle is a must. Currently some 7-8 of them are very closely working with us. So these people, they are scattered around at different points in Sundarbans, villages and all that, for him to get himself transported from one part of the island to another.
Currently, they rely on a group of informers to keep themselves posted on activities like poaching and logging. On the river island, they have no means of transport and have to cover long distances on foot. If they had bicycles, they would be able to get to those areas faster and curb illegal activities with the support of forest officials. Bicycle would also help them to spread awareness faster to distant villages.
We live tiger, we breathe tiger.
Actually,
Do writers, you shared the story among your friends and helped complete this half story. Special thanks to Rosanna De Felice, who contributed the entire amount for this story. The life-changing journey of doing right has been an amazing one, and it would not have been possible without our do-writers. We bring this journey to an end with the promise that this is just the beginning of the Half Stories movement. A big thank you to all of you.